Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. So today's video is going to be two videos in one, and that is on how to organize your kitchen / how to keep it clean. So I really hope this video helps you guys out. Again, everything that I mention or that I own in my kitchen will be linked down below so you guys can check them out for yourselves. And if this video does help you guys out, make sure to throw a thumbs up down below and do not forget to subscribe if you are new here, and let's get straight on into the video. Alright, again you guys, this is going to be a two-part video. So the first section that I'm going to talk about is how to organize your kitchen. So with me moving into this place almost 2 years ago, I wanted my kitchen to be label free. I know it sounds silly to some people, but I like to open up the cabinets and I like to see nothing but just the food that I have there. No labels, no brand names. That's just how I've been since I became a minimalist. I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit aesthetically pleasing, and also it doesn't stress me out because, as you guys could probably tell, I am a little bit of a neat freak, and I actually just picked up that habit when I adapted a minimalist lifestyle. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to show you what I own and obviously tell you where I got it from. So as for spices, I do buy my spices at the dollar store. And if you guys do not know or are not familiar with the dollar store, they do come in these plastic jars and they have labels on them and stuff like that. I ended up recycling those and I purchased these little guys from IKEA. So I have my pepper, I have my parsley, I have a bunch of other herbs in the cabinets, which you guys will probably see right here. What I normally do with them is I fill them up and I put them in there, and of course they are not labeled anywhere on the jars because I remember them. Once when I start smelling them, I remember all the herbs I have. I remember that the black one is pepper, this one is parsley, I have thyme, I have bay leaves in one glass jar, and that glass jar was from peppers that I actually reused. I really like them from IKEA because you can actually hold it up like this, like I normally have in the cabinet, or it does have this little slant thing, as you guys could probably see. I know there's like a glare, but it has a slant thing right here, which what you can do with that is you can actually hold it up like this in the cabinet. So I actually like that I could switch it up with these every time, and you can actually stack them on top of each other as well. I believe I paid, I think $8 for 5 of them. I'm not sure, but they are glass. This top is plastic. Once when all my herbs are gone, I do not fill it up right away. I actually take the time to wash them, let them dry out, and then I go repurchase that herb and I put it back in here, and then just so on and so forth. So I feel like this is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, and I do recycle those Dollar Tree containers right away when I get home. Another thing that I had purchased from Amazon were these tall mason jars. Now these are glass, so maybe one day if I do have kids, or when I have kids, I won't put cereal in here because I do want them to pour their own. I will put it in a plastic one because glass is so not safe for kids. But for me being an adult and doing my own thing right now, this is my cereal. I actually have, this is the Kashi berry cereal, and it's really good, just to let you guys know. But anyways, I put my cereal in here, and when it's time for me to eat it, I take the top off just like these spices, and then I just pour it in, and that's about it. I actually also keep my rice, I keep my pasta noodles in here in all those cardboard boxes that this stuff comes in. I put it straight to recycle when I get home. So it's like every time I go shopping, I fill up these jars. Obviously I do wash them the day before, and then I fill them up and put them back in my cabinet, and it's aesthetically pleasing. Again, they're not labels because I know what they are. So eventually when I do move out, or when I have kids and stuff, I will probably get a little label maker and label them so the kids could know and stuff like that. But if you guys do have kids, maybe purchase a label maker, or maybe just label them yourselves with a marker or something like that to state on what they are so the kids know. But I think mason jars are amazing, and they're so aesthetically pleasing, especially when they're in the cabinet like this and you know what you have. It's so much better when you have this instead of having the cereal box with the games in the back or with nutritional facts on the side. It's like, in the morning, I kind of just want to see my cereal and relax. I don't want to see the box filled with writing. Another thing when it comes to an aesthetically pleasing environment in the kitchen is I have a pitcher from the dollar store that I pour my water in, because I do have a water filter above my sink. So I just put that in there, and that's just how I get my water in the morning, lunch, dinner, whatever it is. It works out great, and it's always there in case someone comes over, so they can just grab a nice fresh ice cold water in the fridge. And it's also 10 times better than having those water bottles in the fridge, because water bottles are really bad for the environment. They're really bad for your budget, and again, they're not aesthetically pleasing either. I feel like they have the labels on them and they take up so much space in the fridge. I remember like living with my mom, she had the whole bottom of the fridge filled with water bottles, and in my head I'm like, there's nowhere else to put food because the water bottles are taking up all the space. But with having a pitcher, you know, there's so much more space in the fridge. But I do feel like it's 10 times better for the environment as well as for your wallet. Another thing I have on the other side of the cabinet is a little small brown box, and that's where I keep my bars in. I keep my tea. I actually have my tea in a mason jar as well. And I do have other things in that basket. So when I want to take that basket down, I can just pull it down, see what I have, and put it back up. So I do tend to put some snacks in that little basket, and that basket was actually from the dollar store as well. As for my canned foods, I kind of keep it away, because with canned foods, I know you guys say it's bad, this and that. I get it, but I work a lot of hours and I don't have time to boil fresh sweet potatoes, organic ones, and I don't even have the budget for that. So canned food as of right now is fine for me. It's quick, it's easy, and it's very convenient for my lifestyle. So I definitely do not need to hear it in the comments like I've been saying, you know, canned food is bad for you, you should only get organic. Yes, I totally get that, but I still make minimum wage, you guys. I'm not, you know, even though I do YouTube, I don't make thousands of dollars a month with YouTube and my job and stuff like that. So canned food is what I'm doing right now, okay? But anyways, I do keep the canned food on the side. Yes, it does all have labels. I usually keep that on the cabinet on the other side because I kind of don't want to look at it in my other aesthetically pleasing cabinet, I call it. So I do keep them away. That is just how I organize my cabinets. It's super simple. Again, it's just me. I do not purchase a lot of food because it's just me sometimes. If my boyfriend does visit, then obviously I will go buy a little bit of extra food to keep in the house. But just for the main purpose of my house, like, I only keep what I need. And that is also with the freezer. I do have like some waffles. I take it out of the cardboard box, recycle it, I leave it in there. Anything that comes in a cardboard box or anything like that, I put it to recycle right away, and I just leave it in the fridge because it's already in a bag, so you don't need the item in a box and stuff like that. I just don't see the purpose of it. And I also do not see the difference with keeping it in a box in the freezer without keeping it in the box. So, you know, that's just how I organize my kitchen area. Now, moving on to how to keep your kitchen neat and clean. This is something that I've always strived for because, you know, sometimes you get tired and you come home and you cook supper and you leave the dishes in the sink, or you leave the dirty pans on the stove, and it happens. Trust me, I'm still guilty of it, but I did find a method that works, that has been working for quite some time, and that is while you're cooking, do a dish or do some dishes or whatever is in your sink, whether it's 1 or 2 dishes or plates. Just do them right away. So say if your pasta is boiling, okay, so say you have a couple cups in the sink, clean those cups, wipe down the table, wipe down the microwave while that pasta is boiling, because it's gonna make the time process of the water boiling in the pasta go a lot faster. I know if I'm cleaning the kitchen area while I'm waiting for my rice to cook and stuff like that, Before I know it, when I'm done cleaning, the rice is done and I'm ready to eat, and I have a nice clean kitchen while I'm eating, so it's not overwhelming. So that is how I normally do it. So while I'm cooking, I clean. I know it sounds super silly, and I know some people are probably saying, Kara, you don't have kids, and I get it, I don't have kids, so you know, do not beat me up for it. Yes, I do have time to clean while I'm cooking, but if you guys do add a little bit of cleaning while cooking or in the cooking process, your kitchen will stay clean during that whole entire cooking process. So for instance, I'll have pasta boiling on the side, I'll have the sauce, the mushroom sauteing on another pan, everything like the can opener and the cans are on the counter, there's tomato sauce on the counter. I will clean all of that while that stuff is cooking. You know, it's super effective when you do this method, and I find that I don't dread cleaning the kitchen anymore. Again, say if the counters are clean, the dishes are already clean in the sink, what you can do while the pasta's boiling, sweep the kitchen floor, vacuum it, mop it. It's gonna help you out in the long run, so you have one less thing to think of when it's dinner time or lunchtime. Again, with cleaning the kitchen and stuff like that, you also want to take the trash out right away. I know one time I was cutting onions and mushrooms and stuff like that, and I put those leftover foods in the trash, and then I came home. Within the next 2 days, my kitchen started stinking, and I'm like, what is that smell? And I realized that I cut food the previous couple days that I didn't throw out the trash right away. Whether it's, you know, you don't have to throw the whole trash bag, maybe put the onions or, you know, the leftovers things from the food into the dumpster outside right away, because that smell was killing me. I don't know if you guys ever smell onions just sitting there for so long. It smells horrible. Even though I love onions, I just hate when they go bad. But definitely try to take the trash out right away. Do not wait until the trash is completely full, because you want to save money on trash bags and stuff like that. I always throw my trash out when I put like food in there, or old food, or, you know, anything that is not I would say that doesn't have a odor to it. Things that don't have an odor, obviously don't throw the trash out right away. But if I'm cooking a decent meal and I know I threw onions and I know I threw, you know, other things in the trash, I'm gonna throw that trash out right away, because I do not want my kitchen to stink. Another thing with cleaning your kitchen is to have that one day a month to clean out the fridge. I know it's super crucial and everyone hates cleaning their fridge, but the more you do it, especially with it being once a month, it'll actually require you less time because you've been keeping up with it. So for instance, I always clean my fridge once a month. I take all the shelves out, I wipe everything down, and I just make sure that everything is nice and tidy. So for the next month, it's less to do. You know, obviously I do not buy juice, so juice does not spill in the bottom compartments or anything like that. But, you know, again, your fridge does get messy from time to time. Even if you don't have things leaking, you still want to replace the baking soda box in the fridge. I always do that. I think it's like every 3 to 4 months. I always change that, so it keeps smelling fresh, because I do, obviously you guys know I'm vegan, so I do have a lot of vegetables in there from time to time, whether it is plantains, you know, anything like that. I do not put my onions in the fridge because I do work in a kitchen, and I did learn recently that putting onions in the fridge makes them go bad faster. So I do keep them in a wooden bowl in my kitchen so they don't go bad faster. And I eat onions a lot. Like, onions are probably one of my favorite things to saute and add to a meal, so I don't want them to go bad fast. But anyways, you guys, I know this video is probably wicked simple compared to all the other YouTube organization videos for your kitchen and stuff. But again, I always try to keep it simple for you guys, because if things had too many steps, you're not gonna wanna do it. So again, less is always more, especially when it comes to cleaning the kitchen or adding steps to a certain task. Well, anyways, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to throw a thumbs up down below. And if your kitchen does have mason jars and you find it's 10 times easier to see things, or if it's a little bit aesthetically pleasing, let me also know in the comments on where you purchased your mason jars or anything like that, because I feel like not everybody has Amazon, not everybody has, you know, Walmart next to them. So just maybe help others out in the comments to figure out where to get nice, decent mason jars. I know, again, you can reuse pasta jars and stuff like that to incorporate your other food items in them, which is great, but I definitely needed a giant one for my cereal because I do eat cereal a lot. I know it's not the healthiest thing for you, but that's the reason why I bought a whole mason jar set. But anyways, you guys, I'm not going to keep rambling like I always do at the end of the videos. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!